rescue. You say you are going to change things, but we're not seeing changes. Promises you made, you and your rescue team. We're not seeing changes. You made the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather to rescue now. You and your rescue team. I said, oh, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you a question. Now you be the rescue. You not give him the people what they want, then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, is the rescue? The people say not like you. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather to rescue now. You know your rescue team. I said, oh, the rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you give the rescue? You're not giving the people what they want, then you say you bring the rescue. Let me ask you, is the rescue? The people say not like you. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you ready to the rescue now. You know your rescue team. I said, oh, the rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Who you the rescue? You're not giving people what they want, them the rescue. Let me ask you, it's a rescue. People say not like you.
Okay, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and a pleasant welcome. This is Freedom Hub on 87.9, the BKS conversation in the Republic of Liberia at about this moment. There are too many things happening in your country, our country, the Republic of Liberia. My name is Khan Oliver Khan, Princess Alexa Banja Cody, and Jeroen Roosevelt.
You downsizing, you wish haunting.
Are my able lieutenants. Jointly, we're going to ride up to 6 o'clock today. Like I said, with all of the trending issues making the news in the country constituting today's menu. Interestingly, the Republic of Liberia is now on the news for too many reasons. Particularly on the issue of drugs. Liberia is now becoming a hub for drug trafficking. The government will need to do everything possible to stop this particular terrible situation from happening in our country.
Tell me who you rather give the rescue now.
The $19 million drug situation is becoming an issue of concern across the globe. The government is still quiet. From where we sit, we can clearly tell you that the government is yet to name any key individual of interest. Any key individual of interest. The government is yet to announce any key individual of interest with reference to the $19 million drug situation at the Rabas International Airport. Who is hiding who? Our ultimatum given the government of Liberia ended on Friday. And also today, we're going to be giving you our next position. We're going to be joining forces with all those who will be assembling tomorrow at the American embassies to bring to the embassy's attention the deliberate attempt by the government of Liberia to keep holding on to these suspects. This is becoming very, very unusual. It is a very, very serious situation. We continue to have these things happening. Why is the government not telling us who the main concernee, who delivered the goods at the airport? Where were the goods being stored? How did the goods enter the country? Why is Liberia turning into a drug hub? Too many things to talk about. In other news, on today we saw the MDMC vehicles at the Ministry of Transport taking their equipment from the Ministry of Transport. Previously, MDMC contracts with the Ministry of Transport to do the procurement of driver licenses and other different vehicular activities at the ministry. But since the government gave the contract to LTMI, we are told that the government should have given MDMC some money. Interestingly, the payment is yet to be made. And so on today, this afternoon, MDMC CEO himself, we are told, Mr. John Uboti, we are told that he himself was pressing and he was ordering that the people put a machine and he pick up.
our. We didn't sweat. We didn't suffer. We didn't come in one pay because
Okay, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. Like I said, we are trying to address some technical issue, but today is the 15th date of June 2026. I'm here. Alexa is also here. Jerome Roosevelt also here. Jointly, we're gonna have a tripartite engagement on this particular platform. There are too many things to talk about. MDNC went to the Ministry of Transport to collect their machines. You know, people say you don't want a monkey, don't let it take. When you want a monkey, you must let it take. And so, Jerome, Alexa, before we go to our break, yes, we're having some issues, but let's take this quick break. Like I told you, Jane Joy is proud to be associated with Freedom Hub. Jane Joy is one beautiful herbal liquor. And those of you who can get cha, it got health benefit. It also got Zico benefit. So that's Zico is Zico. Hold on. Let come back.
Yeah, beats.
Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the biggest news you've been waiting for. The Ginger promotional raffle draw is back again with more exciting prizes. Yes, you can buy 3 bottles of Ginger and get 1 ticket free, or buy 9 bottles of Ginger and get 2 tickets free to enter the 2025 Ginger raffle draw. The Sofa Dreams Incorporated, importers of gin John in Liberia, is offering several prizes for the Gin John Raffle Draw beginning December 10, 2025. Our prizes include motorbikes, generators, flat screen television, bags of rice, popcorn machine, standing fans, stoves, pressing iron, trash cars, cartoons of ginger, ice bus, and many more. You can also win a round trip to the People's Republic of China with full accommodations. Rush now to Mokish Shopping Center Branch 2 in Town last bus stop and purchase your ginger to get your tickets for the raffle draw. Remember to buy 3 bottles of ginger and get 1 ticket, or buy 9 bottles of ginger and get 2 tickets for the raffle draw. For more information, call cell number 0880 400 178, 0770 467 606, or 0776 838 080. The more you purchase, the better your chances to win fabulous prizes and get a round trip to the Republic of China with full accommodation. This is the CEO of Jin Mary Smile says it all, aka the General Doctor way of giving back to the Liberian society. Be that lucky winner. Come to Moki Shopping Center, Branch 2, in Town last bus stop, and purchase your Jin product and be a lucky winner. The generous doctor says, Merry Christmas in advance. Jin your number one quality drink with long-lasting solutions.
Okay, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. There are too many issues in the country. Alexa, Jerome, good afternoon, my dear. Welcome.
Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening to all of you. And however way you're joining us, we'd like to welcome to Freedom Hub on 87.9 FM. And we also like to say welcome to the biggest to happen to Liberia about this time. It is a new week, and we have a lot to talk about. So we'd like to say welcome, Ajeron.
Workaholic Monday.
Mhm.
The day you have been given a job, implement, or else they will not trust you. But if you're sitting under that tree, in the keke, on the back, in the buses, taxi, you want to say welcome. This is Liberia, and this is Freedom Hub, and we are here, and the tree starts now.
Yeah, the train starts now.
Okay, so there are reports about MDNC going for their materials today.
Yeah.
We're not going to spend more than 2 minutes on that topic. MDNC is the company that used to help. I mean, they were having contract with the government of Liberia to bring plates, travel, how you call license equipment, other stuff. They had a whole contract with the Ministry of Transport to provide places and different stuff. So since they took the contract to LTM, and LTM to they didn't want to go and do brand new procurement of different set of equipment in there.
Mhm.
So they were like, okay, so MDMC will use some of your materials and stuff and do so. So
When we sit down,
so the government was supposed to make some payment according to what we gathered. The government was supposed to make some payment towards that effect, but from where we are, I have this particular piece of paper in my possession, which I want to read quickly. It was done by one of the bloggers in town, DTV Online Backup. It says here are images from the Ministry of Transport with the MDMC CEO himself on the ground giving instructions angrily as equipment used for processing license plates are being taken away, leaving government of Liberia and its partner LTMI with no um, uh, with nothing rather for now. My information is that the government of Liberia and LTMI have refused to settle for the legal transfer of these equipment and have been clandestinely using them, triggering MDMC's outrage. In the pictures, you will find uh, you will find a blue machine. I don't know what that machine is for, but I think it is connected to plates as well. So you see the blue machine and other equipment in the MDMC pickup. We call it cab motor. The MDMC cab motor is parked right in front of the Ministry of Transport. The MDMC pickup is parked right in front of the Ministry of Transport. So these are stuff we are seeing happening in the place, Alexa. So quickly, that's part of what happening. Do you have any other news? Any other thing from your end that you want to talk about that is happening?
I just want to wash on this a bit. It is a shame. We spoke about this issue. When the company is not prepared to do a particular work, it doesn't push the government to actually give a particular company a contract because government officials are part and parcel of it. And so we initially the company today that is asking for its equipment lost hundreds of thousands of dollars because the government didn't want the plates that were being brought into the country. They went to court,
Mm-hmm.
and like all of us are aware, we in a government that is running on drunken justice, and so I think the old man, and I can say the pepper, the people who used to bring the iron plate, like Ottawa will call it, they were doing their work fine. They had their equipment, their machine, and their material whatsoever at the Ministry of Transport. And then the other company, the new company who said they were able to do this work, well, they started giving up plywood, and then the old company went for all of their materials today. And so that's it.
Okay, so more and more different trending stories. Do you have anything else
I
from?
mean, I think what has been trending since last week is the same drug issue,
Okay,
and everybody keeps giving different points and
we're going to talk about it.
different views as well. But for the Ministry of Transport, is that going to be a major? Oh, just discussing that
No, I
because
mean, we just
Oh,
having
it's
trending.
so
Do you have any trending thing happening in the country that you want to talk about?
Let
So
me
we go
just
to.
pass with one. In Cape Mount, another person lost,
yeah,
and
people are demanding.
the citizen
Yeah,
that blocked the
I saw
road.
Somebody
that.
went missing. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
and they're saying
people getting missing under
yeah,
this government.
and the people are saying they want to
Okay.
have that person alive. They
Yeah,
don't want to have that
they are
person returned
demanding
dead.
that the
Yeah,
police produce the living body of that particular person.
We're gonna get the details and see
Yeah.
if we can have that conversation on tomorrow.
Actually, we're still looking for Saharis
Yeah,
and another person here.
fine. The AFL soldier who went missing
Yeah.
in November of 2024. Now we're yet to have Sir Harris, found whether dead or alive. His family is still in limbo. They don't know whether their son is living or not. But he's a member of the armed forces of Liberia. Too sad that the
Yeah.
government is yet to take that seriously. We kept talking about it over and over, but nobody is listening, and it is very very appalling. Yeah, so we are being told Honorable Musa Hassan Bility has been a very strong critic of this government, but there are information that we are receiving. I don't know how solid it is. We are getting credible information from unconfirmed sources. Yep, that vulnerability is being lured into believing that if he's slowed down, if he is going to lower his tone, they're going to work out some business proposals for him and so forth. We have all of the details. It is a developing situation. My only advice on vulnerability is to be very, very cautious. The vice president of our country is very, very strategic in reaching out to people on political issues, but you've got to be very, very strategic, very, very careful, very, very cautious. Because when the Liberian people see you as an alternative, when they look at you as that alternative view, and all of a sudden they start to notice that you are dwindling, your stance against the government is shaking, becoming unstable. It becomes difficult. So please, regardless of whatever the case is, we are told that you are having some kind of discussion with Honorable Kuhn, Honorable Jeremiah Kuhn, the Vice President, our Honorable Vice President. Whatever that conversation is, just know that your political future is on the line, Mr. Bellamy. Uh, I know I trust you. I know how firm you are. You were beaten up. I mean, business wise, they took your contracts from you. The storage facility at the LPRC, the government went and undermined it, suppressed it, running after your business, Shrimex, and other businesses you have, because you choose to speak truth to power and so forth. I understand there are times where you want to go back to renegotiate, and those renegotiations will have to include you not being as vocal as you used to be. So in that situation, it then poses a serious challenge to your integrity and independence. But above all else, our forefathers will always say the people.
Mhm.
So regardless of whatever the temptations and the odds may be, what will set you apart as a statesman is when your convictions, will override your fear. When your convictions will override the intimidation you are receiving. So, honorability, we hearing say VP could reaching out to you small, small for you to talk. As a junior brother in the advocacy industry of our country, I'm reaching out to you as a big, 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 big papi, to say, oh man, don't get tempted by the sweet, sweet promises we're making. They will flash you 2, 3 months. The rest of the other months you won't go compare note. They will start talking to you. You can't come out and can't deal with them again because by then they already have something on you. I know how the silence VP talk show hosts and what we used to know in the country. They can't talk again. Even when they are babating with the toilet not closed because they flash them fire, they going for it and so forth. So once you are an advocate, you are a critical voice, be critical, be who you are, stand your ground. The only thing we will condone, I mean, the only thing we will not condone, and the lecture that will be the end of it before we go to the lines, is for us to deviate from the issues. We will remain firm. We will remain strong against the government, especially on issues affecting the country. When there are issues worth commending, we will commend the administration. We are on record, Alexa. Aren't we on record for appreciating the government on some things?
Oh,
We've done that on multiple occasions. One place I acknowledged was the situation at the NTA, the National Transit Authority. The guys that did some real work, but it getting messed up against small small. But that's it. It's fine. But on the rest of it, The guys are messing up. The drugs all over the place, and this. So where it is appropriate for us to appreciate the government, we will do it. Where it is appropriate for us to criticize and call on the government to act appropriately, we will continue to do it. That's what we are here for. We are not bootlickers. We are not praise and worshipers. At the same time, we are not enemies of the state. That line has to be drawn. So, Mr. Belade, what you're doing is not that you are against the country. You are not an enemy of the state. You want to see a better Liberia. In the process of wanting to see a better Liberia, your businesses are strangulated. Like all of us, we are victims of government strangulation. But in the midst of it all, we see a brighter Liberia at the end of. I mean, away from all of these intimidations. So keep it up. I know it will be difficult. You got deals to cross. You got stuff to do. It's tempting. But just know that we follow, we know what's up, and don't get tempted. There are brighter days ahead, and you want to stick up to that. Quickly before we go to our main topics,
So,
anybody, 2 minutes, let's go.
so I believe that everyone should be able to stand for something, regardless of what is going to happen, what's not going to happen. And I think Musa Beleze has an opportunity given to him by the people of District Number 7 in my county to represent them
Mhm.
and Liberians as a whole. So I think at this point in time that he is elevating his voice when it comes to different societal issues, it is very important to stay on that path because you never tell. Sometimes when your hands are stuck in the cookie's jar, that's when you're not going to be able to say anything because people will tell you don't have the moral standings to say things that we say here audaciously. So I think I also like to join. Stop. I also like to join Oliver to say, please. I mean, it is just the matter of time. Continue speaking for what you believe in. Continue speaking on behalf of Liberians because there are some of the people who have the power politically and influence. They have continued to turn a blind eye on what's happening in the country. So you're going to understand that some of the people who spoke yesterday, today they weren't able to speak because their hands are already in the cookie's jar. So you don't want to be like them. You don't want to be a praise singer. Everybody cannot be a worshiper, and everybody cannot be a praise singer. You need people who have the balls to look, a government in the eye and say, "Hey, this is what's happening." And it is not for you as a person; it is for the general public.
Okay.
Seriously. So please, just stay in your leg ground. Yeah, because sometimes it just, it just, somebody come to you and say, "Oh, when you do the other thing for me, when the person said, when you do the thing for me, you agree that cost more and wealth." That small kind of thing, it can start soon. When divorce when they start coming inside, you see because you're not supposed to everybody. So right now, the way you talking, it better you be talking like that because when you agree to the cookie jar story, your hands stick now, nothing you ought to tell again because we'll say, "Go on outside, man. You're eating the cookies."
Okay. So basically, that's where we are, Jerome.
Seriously.
What is the
No, I just wanted to ask one question.
what is the latest with? Go ahead.
I, I don't know.
Who do you want to ask?
No, I don't know when.
You want to ask me because my hair pink?
No, I enjoy the stuff. I don't know when we actually, put money together to cook.
JBC?
Do we know, you already know the soup saute. At the time you want to John,
You spoil it?
ability, contemplate.
Okay.
But this is Liberia.
So here are a few things we want to talk about
One
today.
minute. Are we just going to
They-
talk about the transport
They
thing?
no. So here are a few things. I mean that was just in passing. I said trending issues into.
So let me just say something on that training issue.
So let's move.
Why?
Oh yeah, let's move. We'll do thorough investigation.
No problem.
There are information we are gathering. We'll do thorough investigation to come up. It is more deeper than what you saw happening. Djibouti would never, Djibouti rather, would never go there and do that stuff like that without something. So we want to get the details. Later on, we'll handle it by tomorrow.
Okay.
But the drug issue is very concerning in the country. We issue an ultimatum to the government of Liberia that by 4:30 on Friday, which was last week, that we would have had a different approach towards the drug issue.
Mhm.
Interestingly, our government up to now is yet to tell us anything substantive about this drug situation. Interestingly, interestingly, the government were only able to release an information concerning what is his name? Juan Emmanuel Zion. Emmanuel T. Zion. And according to Verity News Online, we take our time to read what Verity News gathered. And Alexa, you and Jerome, you guys have to
Are we reading?
listen. No, I will read, then you'll listen and make your input. Then we'll
Okay.
summarize and we'll go to the cause.
Okay.
This is what Verity News gathered. And by the way, the CEO of Verity News is Martin K. Colley. Their reporter, Archie Ayuba Bowen, and Emmanuel M. Kanga Jr., both of them collaborated on this investigative findings and made us to have in our possession what they have gathered from their investigation. So we'll read it. Number one, the airway bill as a task shows that the $19.2 million drugs were already in Liberia before the arrest date on Tuesday, June 9, 2026. So before they could arrest it to the airport, it was already here. Number one, the first finding. Number two, the 198 compressed plates of cocaine were in the possession of the consignor, Emery Van Group of Companies, who first of all imported them to Liberia and gave them to Emery, the consignor, who are the owners of and managers of the group of companies, blah, blah, blah. Then I went on to say, based on the manifest and the airway bill that this paper has received and reviewed, it means that the drugs spent 5 days in the warehouse at the Robertson International Airport from June 4, 2026 to June 9, 2026, when it was set to fly out to the United Kingdom. For 5 days, no one could discover the drugs, even though there were multiple screenings at different levels, including security checks and custom clearances. 5 days. They just spent 5 days to our airport. All the airport security, all the airport camera, all the airport screening mechanism could not detect the presence of the drug. This appears to be an alleged syndicate, but this paper is still investigating. So we move forward. Who received the drugs and delivered them to the RIA warehouse? This paper has attached Emmanuel T. Zion's passport. Mr. Zion now has to say who he received the 198 plates of cocaine from to deliver them, and who issued the various clearances for them to be stored in the Roberts International Airport facility and to be ready for airlifting on June 9. This paper assumes that there must have been some kind of VIP order. According to the paper, there must have been some kind of VIP instruction. VIP instruction meaning very important personalities. And only in government you can find it. Only serious government official then will give instruction and government security will obey. For an ordinary citizen to just go to the airport security and say, I don't want to open the gate. It doesn't work that way. It got to be, I'm Minister X, I'm Representative Y, I am Speaker so, I am President so, I'm Vice President so, I'm Minister Boyfriend, or I'm Minister Girlfriend. Some kind of way, somebody got to be close to the power that be. And that's why they said VIP. Now, it went on to say, this people assume that there must have been some kind of VIP order. VIP order. for such a huge quantity of drugs to pass through all those multiple screening and checks. This paper has attached photos of exactly where the 198 compressed plates of cocaine were stored in the warehouse. 6 rubber container boxes, 98 compressed plates of cocaine valued at 19,226,000. Oh God. 19,226,000. The rubber containers of drugs were visible in the warehouse from June 4, 2026 to June 9, 2026. No one could discover that they were drugs. No one could discover from June 4, 2026 to June 9, 5 days. The security screening was done by Mr. Ruth K. Bapaye, employee ID 049085. She cleared and labeled the drugs as cargo on June 5, 2026 at 4:30 p.m. Ms. Bapaye claimed that she did both the X-ray and SRY technology screening and visual check screening, but still could not discover they were drugs. Ms. Bapaye again claimed SPX, which means that the drugs cargo were secured for passenger aircraft. The consignment declaration form is attached as our evidence and blah 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 blah. And so, at the end of it all, we can only but say that as of the time of this conversation, Alexa and Jerome, only 2 individuals who are supposed to be employees at the Robertson International Airport have been mentioned, both by the report from this paper and the authorities of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. When you read the report that I just read, when you go through the report, before the both of you come in, you will realize that both of them, both Emmanuel Zion, who we are told is dead.
123.
It has been reported that he died in 2023, but the report said that he received the drugs. I don't know whether the story woke up and came back for the drugs, but maybe you and Alexa will tell me when you start making your input. But only Emmanuel T. Zion, who is believed to be dead, who is reported to be dead, pending confirmation, and this Miss Bapaye lady. I hope I got the name correctly. Ruth, Ruth and Emmanuel are the only 2 individuals. Now, from all indication, before the both of you come in, the duo are not outside of the airport. They're working within the airport. They're taking instructions. So it has been reported that Ruth was the one who did the screening. It did not say who gave the product to Ruth to do the screening. The report also says Emmanuel T. Zion, the man who they said died in 2023, was the one who received the drug and took the drug to the airport warehouse. The report did not say who gave Emmanuel T. Zion the drugs. It only said he received it. He can receive from heaven. God is no longer appearing to people through in your Gabriel. They say, oh, you will born butcher, and the butcher will be called Jesus. No angel appeared to Emmanuel T. Zion and say, oh, behold, that's Emmanuel. This is a whole consignment folder with drugs. Take it. No immaculation, no, it's not happening. Not those days. And so, the 2 names that came out are conditional victims. I just want to go to stress this clear from the reading, so that all of you will listen, so that when you hear Jerome pumping up, you know where he's coming from. So when you hear Alexa pumping up, you know where she's coming from. And when I'm pumping up, you know exactly what I'm picking up from. The 2 individuals who we know up to now are individuals who are working at the airport. This drug was out. It was all the way outside the country. The drugs were going. They were about to ship it out of the country. It did not come to the country. It was about to be shipped out of the country. The drug was taken to the airport. Who took it? Because the only thing we know about those two individuals, one of them put on the scale, that 30 kilo. Put a mission on the check whether gone there or no gone there, different what drugs there. And the person said they not see it. What are they saying the truth? What are the ladies saying the truth? She didn't see drugs inside. Whether she saw drugs there, she just said she see drugs there because the person told her not to take drugs there. She will explain her own side of the story. The zero man who they said took the drugs to safety, who carried it to the warehouse. There is a report that Zion died since 2023. So that two things we got to clear on the Zion issue. Whether he's still living or that true he not died since 2023. If it is true that he died since 2023, then how come the dead body came out to receive drugs in June? No, that's not funny. How come the dead body came out to receive drugs in June? So these are two critical points we got from the reading. Jerome, go ahead.
Liberia, the rescue government, you don't have to struggle for information. And these things are good. And sometimes you just use one word and say beauty. It shows that the accusation, whatever it is, you can't say this without talking about the previous government. Mm-hmm. There were a lot of things, and officials of the past government, including the president, were found guilty even before investigation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it was sad. All of these things happening because people have to be truthful. It's just saying like Oliver is innocent. He's innocent. That is why I always tell people, always be innocent. There are plenty of information concerning this drug issues. There is information that says another person who is connected to this drug, but then based in Europe, called back to the airport and was trying to, I'm not trying to confirm this, I'm just trying to say there were other reports, and say, oh, we have our consignment in the country, in Liberia, we want that consignment to get on the plane, and we will give the team $10,000 US dollars. And another person at the airport said, no, we're going to blow alarm. Do you know that the person that, according to the report, that the drug enforcement agency is holding is the person who blew the alarm? But Liberia, this drug issue is serious.
Very.
You can't just pick one person. And I'm shocked that today, people in government, people outside government, they're asking and wanting to know who brought the drug in, or the drugs in the country. Yesterday, everybody said drug were killing their children. But today, people want to know before they start accusing people. And look, all of these things will be happening because this country, as a land, and the people made a huge mistake. Took decision based on propaganda and lies. So whether you like it or not, these things will keep happening. And thank you, Oliver. You spoke about wanting the government to show, giving an ultimatum or deadline. Some of us who do not believe in these things, and it is time for Liberians to come out, and I will support that, because a lady was crying that the youth, the young children, the kids, they are affected, they are dying, mothers are dying because of drug in the country. And trust me, folks, I am shocked. Let me just tell you, I am shocked that we are talking about drug today, where angels were elected yesterday. Angels who said that as soon as they start to leave, everything will be bread and butter. I'm shocked. We still talking about drug when Joseph Boakai and his people were elected in 2023, all because the former president was killing people with drug. These are things that will happen. Whether you like it or not, these are things that will flash on the billboard. For all of us to see that the people you accused yesterday, they were innocent. They were innocent. Now we want to know, everybody, we want to know why yesterday we didn't want to know, but we were already finding people guilty of killing people because drug came into the country. It's a cartel.
This is very, I mean, a very salient point.
Yeah, it is.
Today, everybody want to know.
Yeah.
Yesterday,
Before
nobody
people could
cared.
just woke up and say, "Joey, I'm bringing drugs."
Everybody do
But today, everybody want to know now.
Yeah.
I know the deception in it.
Yes. And that's my point, Oliver.
Mhm.
I'm not going to take, because I obviously know that these things will happen to exonerate President Weah, to exonerate the past regime, to exonerate people who were innocent. Why can't you wake up today and say, Boakai killed it? I haven't heard that. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen a post that says Joseph Boakai killing our children with drugs. Now, we want to know who brought the drugs in the country. Did we do it yesterday? Did we ask the question? Because we were not together to fight drugs. We opened that gate, and now the drugs is in the country. We're looking for who brought the drugs in the country. Hypocrisy, like our princess was saying. Look, I don't want to waste your time. Oliver will talk more on this, but this is the Liberia we open for. This is Liberia. This is the Liberia we ask for. And whether you go and protest, whether you go and do this, it is just a shame. Yesterday, President Weah was guilty when he didn't know. Today, the same office that President Weah was in yesterday, in the mansion, and you found Joe all the way to RRA. But Joe Weah was killing people yesterday. Today, Boakai sits in the same office. But today, we won't know who killed who or who brought the drugs in the country. Okay, Weah.
Okay, Alexa, you heard Jerome. Quick.
Yeah, so as you borrowed from me, I also like to borrow from you.
Fantastic.
Yesterday, everybody was concerned about was not concerned about who brought what,
The drugs.
but they had judged. They were prejudiced. In fact, let me sound that way. Before the judge even appear in the country, they already know who began in the country back in the day. So you had different officials of government, their names were all over. And to some extent, certain individuals did not say allegedly or it is alleged. People spoke as though they had pieces of evidence, substantial evidence pointing to maybe, one government official in the CDC government and all that. That was yesterday, 2 or 3 years, 4 years ago. And everybody was actually happy about it. Everybody was like, "Oh yeah, that's true. They brought kush in the country. That time our kush, now our kush. Yeah, they bringing kush in the country. In fact, the man get it to Jamaica, Jamaica, Arizona, to put it in the time." Yeah, and that was that. So whenever I say
Mhm.
one of the things or one of the groups I do not like, honestly, is a group of people that's hypocritical. And today, every single day, we see a lot of these people because since this entire drug thing happened, I remember we're here last week. Oliver showed a part of the pictures prior to that being circulated on the social media where you had the ballot boxes. Oliver talked about that. He showed part of that prior to an official announcement from the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. A lot of people were asking, "Oh, like, who bring it in? Like, who bring it in?" So now today, everybody want to know who bring it in. You guys don't care about the effect, it has on young people, and you guys just do not care. But again, Oliver, I think these people know what is happening. I think they know what is going on. I think they also know, who had delivered that consignment to Emmanuel, who is said to be dead, which will be confirmed based on our investigation. We're still behind the scenes, and Ruth as well being there to weigh, the luggages or the boxes or however it was packaged. These are two names that are already out there in the open. Everybody is talking about it. Everybody is mentioning, Emmanuel Zinho. Everybody's mentioning Ruth as well. And at this point in time, it seems like they want to switch the entire conversation to two ordinary individuals. I am not saying the two individuals are innocent or they know this or they knew this or whatever it was. Our point is that is a cartel. It is not a small thing. It doesn't take one ordinary individual, one ordinary Liberian to 100% handle everything. No, it is a cartel. And it seems like it is deeper than what we are saying, than what we continue to say. And the hypocrisy is the people who were like, say no to drugs, say no to drugs. I remember even August of last year when we had mothers, and everybody else out there. My question was, after this, what is next? Even though at the end of the day they had some misunderstanding, the other person said you did this and did that, and everything went down the drain. So my question is, was that an honest plea? Because pragmatism should be the order of the day. It seems like this is a pragmatic plea because it is a severe state of emergency. The government of Liberia should be able to handle this with urgency. Do not tell us, oh, we're taking time to investigate. Oliver posted something on the social media yesterday, and it is about this individual with very small thing. I think it's at
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And it was actually posted on Facebook. Imagine the thing, that small thing, what the guy getting in here, they take a picture of Bam,
What is that?
televised the entire thing. And it's not just about him. There are also other ordinary Liberians who may be victims, they may be users, and you see all these people being televised on a daily basis. People do not care to ask who brought it, who gave it to them, and no, you just assume you're spoiling our children. But now you have about 90 million US dollars, about billions of Liberian dollars, and you people who had the loudest voices, yes, you people do not care. In fact, you are telling us, oh, you're just letting it as a propaganda. When it comes to drug issues, these issues are societal issues. This thing was at the airport June 4th, up to June 4th of the 5th, up to the 9th. I'm sure it was being monitored. I'm sure the people who are the master, minds behind all these things, they were there having these things monitored from one end to another. And the passport again. You saw on the social media, the police said that Emmanuel Zinho's passport. Now the passport, but just forget where go back your passport. Because the thing that inside it is not as should be.
Mhm.
Right?
Mhm.
And then now you also have another unconfirmed report saying that this guy in question, Emmanuel Zinho, is dead since 2023. It is unconfirmed because we keep getting these from different angles and different sources as well. But at the end of the day, I believe the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency is avoiding the core of the entire issue. They're avoiding that. They don't want to talk about it. Now they're discussing we need to investigate, or it doesn't take, just now we need to go beyond the surface and we need to dig. We already have some of the suspects. So why can you not publish these suspects? You guys started televising all these things. We didn't ask you for it. You started it, so it means you have to end it. Do not get to a point where you have a very critical issue that is very crucial at this point in time. You don't want to say anything to us. You don't want to publish anything. When you paraded with Bucky Raw in this area, you didn't tell us you were investigating. No,
Mhm.
you said you got an intel. That's the same thing you said to us. You got an intel. You intercepted this consignment, and here we are. So we now know. And I let the thing what he said, maybe the boy get out in a in a junior
Mhm.
from 2023. So now we have gone back to a moment where Jesus was telling Nazareth, come out,
Appreciate it.
exactly. So it seems like this boy resurrected and went to the airport in June, and he did what he needed to do, and after that he went back to the dead. We know say you're let meeting to appear, disappear, and reappear in the cell phone booth. Oh, sorry, the police booth. They're just in our air. It is not spiritual. And I also see a lot of people on the social media saying when you speak against it, it means you are an enemy of the state. It means you hate this country. I know the president said to us, we are going to see things we have never seen before. And Allah, the thing that we see, we not see it before. I've never ever, since I have lived in this country, I have never, at a point in time, seen a consignment of drugs without a particular suspect saying a person delivered it, a person did it one. No, I have not. So Mr. President should be very serious. And I also think if this were yesterday, you would have these same people saying you're sack the LDA boss or you're suspending this poly and what you're. But today they say you're getting me more time. These people are deception. These people, oh my God. Every single day you see the deceit in their words, in their actions. And it doesn't hide. It doesn't hide. No matter how hard they want to try, it doesn't. It is displayed every single day. That's the same way they went ahead with this guy from the custom broker, Tumbe, right? Avon, they say, y'all leave the people, let them move. Somebody die. Is that not being hypocritical? Because yesterday you were saying you're arrested the person who is the suspect. You're investigating. But when it is in their case where we are looking forward to them, we're looking forward to them, providing pieces of information to clarify things that are happening. Then we become the bad guys. We become people who are enemies of the state. We become people who are not supposed to ask these questions. But we are going to ask all these questions, whether you like it or not, because all the different influential voices, they're coming together. Musa Belede said something about his son, and in as much as his son is not a victim, I saw sense in what he said, because if his son can be there, though he is, a prominent citizen in this country, it means when it comes to fighting drugs, no one should be protected. No one should be put, under a shield because maybe they're connected to the most powerful office in the country, or they're connected to the most powerful people in the country. It should not be that way. Because look at these ordinary young people. Look at Center Street. Look around you, Mr. President. Look around you when you're driving to work, when you're going back home. You see these people in the rain. You see these people in the sun. They're going through a lot. Some of them, they're going to be there until they're going to die. You have an opportunity to rescue this country, the people. This is not a moment to marry. This is not a moment to read all the beautiful speeches. You have an opportunity to help these young children, because if you are going to protect the guys who continue to ruin the lives and the futures of these youngsters, it means you also have a part to play in it. Yesterday, you had these different images on the social media linked, marched with George Weah's image, and it was said he is bringing drugs in the country. And today, we're yet to see any formal government officials being caught with small weeds there, what they tie in that plastic. I'm yet to see any image of that. But all the hands are pointed to people around you, allegedly. All the fingers are pointed to people who are probably your family members or whatnot. And I am not going to tell Liberians, oh, you don't do that, because it means I'll be unfair to them. It means I'm taking away, the power they possess as, citizens of this country. Because yesterday, your people, even you, campaigned on this. And one of the reasons you're also president today, Mr. President, because this was also one of the many things you said in your campaign speech or your campaign messages. They bring in drugs in the country, they won't spy what you're in it. And today, they're not bringing drugs, they won't spy what you're in it. But every day, we're seeing all kind of screen in it. Mr. President, you're pranking people, you stop it. If you know what Liberians are going through, you listen to a mother. Not too long. We can be hungry, but our children are dying. Another mother, a couple months back, said something
when a reporter was sampling views across different marketplaces across the country. And she said one of the reasons she voted your rescue mission, she voted you to the presidency, was because this drug issue. She thought when you got here, you will have helped. And her son will not be out there in the street. But this is a problem. George Weah has already left after his first, term as president. He is not here. He is not around any, governmental office. He is not there. You are president. You have your vice president. You have your minister. You have your assistant minister, all the different people you get. And now you have someone at the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. You need to tell them, if you mean well for this country, to do what they are supposed to do. They're saying investigation takes millions of years or whatever number of years it takes. At the end of the day, Liberians want to know, the mothers want to know, even brothers and sisters want to know what is happening. Do we have spirituality when it comes to these societal issues? Do we have drugs just appearing from nowhere? This is a serious problem. And I think it needs to be looked at seriously.
Okay. So, look, I think I want to open up the line so that the people will put in their calls and let us know what is the situation. Interestingly, our ultimatum on Friday ended. We gave an ultimatum to the government, thinking that the government had respect for the Liberian people, thinking that the government would listen, thinking that our ultimatum would have made them embarrassed. They say, oh, we shame. We very, very shame. That we don't want to promise the Liberian people say there would have been no more drugs if they were going to vote George Weah out of power. That we didn't tell them say there would have been no more cocaine if Weah would have gone. But the fact that we empower and drugs in huge quantity will continue to be seen on our soil, and to find a radio station and a few talk show hosts giving us ultimatum to name those who bring it in the country, those who took it to our airport, is an embarrassing thing. Unfortunately, our government made herself shame that they could not even live up to a simple ultimatum. An ultimatum that will say who took the consignment to the airport. It's a shame. It's not a shame for me, for Alexa, for Jerome. This is not embarrassing for the rest of the people who have personal policy difference with the current administration. It is a shame for those who supported the government in all of our activities, ranging from the moment of campaign to the point where President Baka became president of our country. I'm not ashamed. Jerome is not ashamed. Neither is Alexa, nor Abu Sheri or Austin Kawai ashamed of what's happening. The main thing confronting the country is the fact that a lot of pastors, a lot of religious people, imams, lawyers, university teachers. Jerome, I'm mentioning these people because these were the forerunners of the Joe Baka campaign.
Sure.
These were the individuals who propelled the Joe Baka presidency. The university teachers utilized their lecture periods at the different universities across the country. I attended the African Methodist Episcopal University during the campaign. I know instructors who will shift the lectures to suit the campaign narrative of Joe Bwaka.
Mhm.
I know how they utilize the drug propaganda against the Weah administration for the sole purpose of presenting Mr. Bwaka as a reputable icon, as the best individual to solve the problems of the country, especially in the drug area. Now, do I need to mention the number of pastors, Jerome and fellow Liberians? Do I need to mention the number of pastors who use their pulpit, their holy sanctuaries, their altar, places meant for prayer? Do I need to mention how many of them use their pulpits, their religious authority over their congregation to turn their sermons into sermons that will benefit the Bwaka's presidency? These are the people I feel for. These are the people who are hurt. Oh yes, I feel bad that my country, Liberia, is being tagged a drug hub. I feel so terrible that Liberia is now in competition with Mexico, Colombia in terms of drug trafficking. I feel so terrible about it. But I'm not ashamed. I feel for those who are ashamed. I feel for those mothers and fathers in Banavie Estate who made serious confusion with their young children who were driving towards the Weah's presidential ambition. I mentioned Banavie particularly because I know that place is a serious residential hub for Unity partisans. Most of them will restrain their kids from supporting the George Weah presidential ambition. I feel ashamed for most of those parents in Banavie, in New Georgia, in Stephen Toward. I feel ashamed for most of them. Because what they thought would have been better for the Republic is now getting terrible. The Congo people say worse. You mean drugs, like Alessa said, that was used as one of the campaign messages is now in my Vicky Gray voice eating show on the government? Man, this is terrible. By the way, we on rescue government LEC. So if a church will put our machine on, we just want to let you know. So if anything happens, don't go from the radio. Remain there. We'll put our machine on. We'll come back on. We're on rescue LEC. One of them will get there and you have to do the breaker that they push. We'll put our generator on. So let's just say, end of the disclaimer, okay? So that we'll go off the radio. They will know what's up. We got generator. We got plenty of fuel. I'll see you Bob plenty of fuel. So forget it. Now the point is, hey, I feel so terrible. We are not regretting. Are you regretting, Jerome? No. We knew that this would have been the case. We knew that the issue of drug was never about which political party. Like Alessa said, we knew it was a societal problem. A societal problem doesn't look at parties. It doesn't look at tribe. It doesn't look at religion. It is a collective guilt that needs to be addressed by everybody. That's why it became very concerning when our people, okay, I will not use Mo Ali because he's bereaved. Our condolences, Mo. You lost your mother. I will not use him. But I'll go to Bwaka Jaliba. Amos Twe, Colonial Crack. I heard she removed Tukpa because she and Tukpa not together again, and she and Karim Masikwa get something going on. So let's leave that conversation. The point is, these guys made it appear when they were preparing Joe Bwaka for the presidency, they made it appear that it was a particular situation that President Weah could have ended abruptly if he needed to. They did not see the fight against drug as a societal problem, like Alessa kept heralding. For them, it was an issue of negligence on the part of President Weah. They felt he was not presidential enough to secure and maintain our borders. What did they do? Instead of tackling the situation from a collective perspective, a nationalistic podium, they choose to exploit the drug trade. And they ran to our people during the campaign. I would have loved to play the Unity Party campaign song, Joey I go, we tie with the Cujo, Joey I go. But I'm not going to go to that level because to play that song alone is to rewind the anger that we see building in the Liberian people on a daily basis. That song will keep reminding the people of a grave mistake that was made. Because that song that used to be a song of hope. Oh, in 2023, for those who voted for President Bouaka, the Joey Go song was a song of hope, a sign of respiration for the country, signaling a moment where the country will breathe, where the country will be good, where it will be liberated. Alexa, do you know when people listen to that song these days, they feel so terrible about themselves, especially when they can no longer pay school fees? Especially when their rent will be due and they don't even have 3 months of the rent money. Do you know that song is now a serious taboo to some family because the only breadwinner in that family has been relieved of his governmental position for no justifiable reason. So I don't want to play the song, but I might get tempted to play it. The point is, this is a shame that we had to give an ultimatum for Friday. An ultimatum not demanding for the government to give up money, but demanding that the government tell us who are the importers, who are the owners. Don't come tell us who carry it to the warehouse. I can bring my car to the radio station. I open it, I tell the security, I say, oh man, GLA, please carry my bag upstairs. He's bringing the bag, he's acting on instruction. The general manager told him to bring the bag upstairs. The bag have money inside. He doesn't know. They get food inside. He doesn't know. Kinju there. He doesn't know. He's instructed by his general manager to take the bag upstairs. So I don't want you bringing Emmanuel Chokon Zion to us. By the way, they said Chokon died in 2023. How come you bring him as a person of interest? Fan Chokon want to interview him. I will send my reporters there. Oh yeah, yeah. I will send my reporter to wherever you present Chokon living body. Until you can provide Chokon living body, I want to believe those who said Chokon died in 2023. I'll be wrong. Roosevelt election. No, I want to believe those who say he died in 2023. So how come the man who died in 2023 is now in Lazarus in 2026 under President Joe Bouaka, His Excellency? Man, how do you guys think and see this country? A play toy? A terrible place? Now, how do you see Liberians to be? Foolish people? People who ain't get sense? Who ain't deserve the truth and justice? Now, when you guys sit in your political corners, especially in the Unity Party circle, how do you view Liberians to be? Don't care people? Dumb-headed? They got no use for their lives? They don't know what they want? Because when you see and consider Liberians to be good, vital, important, very, very national, when you see Liberians to be very, very, very resourceful and good, you will not take the decisions you were taking as a government. Simple ultimatum. May us shame you able. May us shame and tell who carried the drugs to the airport you're not able, because it has been reported that people amongst you are aiding the cartel. The chairman of STAN, Mobake Molu Jr., just posted that by 6 o'clock today, he will be naming the cartel outside and their enablers inside. We'll follow. By then, the show will be over. There are reports, unconfirmed reports. That's why this professional independent radio station will not hang on those unconfirmed reports. Will not declare them facts. because they are unconfirmed. But there are unconfirmed reports that individuals close to the presidency of this republic are connected to the drug issue. Have we independently verified that? No. We are investigating. There are reports that individuals close to the legislature in this country are connected to the drug trade. Do we have our independent investigation on that? We are investigating. Do we have any outcome of the investigation? They are scanty. When those investigations are concluded and results are gotten, beyond all reasonable doubt, we will release the results. Even if the government will choose not to release it, we'll release it. But in the midst of speculation, where folks are saying, oh, that thing, that big man child, that he bringing the drugs, that big woman child, oh, that one woman, she para ill, the other person, in the midst of all of this speculation, the best thing any sound government will do, any sound government. I ain't saying the one we got in sound, but I'm saying the best thing any sound government will do is to be serious enough in countering those perceptions. And the way you counter perception is to provide the facts. In the absence of the fact, perception will continue to be the fact. So why are you not telling us who brought the drugs if you're not connected? No, tell me. I posted something like let's have mentioned the picking in real access content. One not an opium. Well, I don't know how much 400 LD. Yeah, thank you. the man said no opium, like bro, that weed. Just one not a weed, grass. What the man, to do? What we can see the man smoking, weed, opium. Yes, what? Something the beginner even spend more than 200, 300 LD. They put out people's son. They cut plywood, put rope on it, and they hang the rope on your neck. Then they put drug suspect.
That's a proof of point.
So you got energy to cut plywood and put rope on it and hang it on somebody's child neck for 400 LD opium.
Joe, could you please show?
Right here, the door plywood. Look at you, all plywood, 400 opium. You hung that on the boy, on the man's head.
I'm bad thing, oh boy.
No, we are not saying it bad. But the kind of energy you apply to disgrace that boy. People brought $19 million. Now let me say this to you. There are reports that the drug is even above 19 million. Some are putting it at 50 million. You know why I don't want to dismiss the 50 million argument? Because on Monday, by the way, let me tell you guys, it was on June 9 that the whole drug trade was exposed.
Yeah.
You were saying that
they
don't even know how I got this.
Yeah, the ballot boxes where
oh man,
the stuff was in.
It was on the Sunday.
And the National Election Commission ballot boxes.
It was on a Sunday.
His bush strategic.
It was on a Sunday when I got the tip off. I'm gonna save the rest of the details for hardcore conversations. The point here is you pray for the country. I mean, that's all. Sometimes we just leave it.
You can't just say pray. What a direction.
No. Remember the president had an entire day for
for God to intervene, for God to arrest the kind of things going on.
Yeah.
Look, when God was fed up with Sodom and Gomorrah, He intervened. When God was fed up with the Israelis suffering in Egypt, He intervened. When God got fed up with mankind and all of the sin they were committing, He intervened by introducing Jesus Christ. God should intervene in Liberia's case. So they should pray. They should pray. The country is terrible. The folks in power are very, very insensitive. Sorry to say.
I agree with that. 100%.
In the midst of a serious drug situation, some of them still have the gusto to go to Facebook and defend nonsense. We are demanding that drug cartels be exposed, and they are justifying letting an investigation, and that's what do that way, and that's what do that. The government is proving to be disrespectful to the laws of our country, and to be doing a lot of, and I'll give you instances, and that's why they hit this radio station. I don't care. because we will not bootleg. Oh, yes. Oh, I didn't mention it on today. Look, let me say this to our people. Let's just sidetrack a little bit. We'll remain critical on issues in this country. What we will not do is to be insultive. Is to insult leaders. No, we're not doing on the radio station. And that will apply to the callers. When you call the show, stick to the topic. You can sound very aggressive with your points, but you don't have to be abusive to the leaders. Because guess what? You want somebody else to be president tomorrow. IKOK will not be happy on one radio station or somewhere when that person who you want to be president is being insulted. And that's why this radio station would not encourage people abusing the leaders. But when the leader take money, $10 million intended for the Liberian people well-being and take it to FOIA, we will tell him that it is not a good thing to do. We will inform him that that is wickedness. That's not insult. When the people are suffering, you take $10 million to go pay poverty in FOIA, that's wickedness. When you criticize private jet and say, oh, President Ryan private jet, it was not good, and you hear today you won't go FOIA, you jump in private jet, that's deception. We tell you, say you are deceptive. I mean, we're not insulting. Oh, we sound firm. What we'll not do is to refer to insults. Now, back to the drug issue. Why? If the rumors circulating that people in government connected to the drug, in fact, somebody say, the drug were allegedly taken to the airport through an official government vehicle. And a big person, big government vehicle. Oh, and now big man son inside, you can go sell and bring the drugs.
It's sent as a diplomatic package.
They send it as a diplomatic package because the Vietnam Convention 1969 or so says diplomatic packages cannot be inspected by receiving countries. So when they put the cocaine inside, the get say diplomatic packages. We are also getting reports that between 2024 to now, our country, their country now say over 20-30 different diplomatic packages all around the world. What are we producing in the country that you're saying?
You gotta go on.
Na photo.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. What are we producing in the country that you're the diplomatic packages? What are you that when you're sending to London?
Country fluff.
What are you sending diplomatic packages? What are you exporting?
I gotta tell all one people.
If you are sure, this is a challenge to the government. If you are sure that you did not get involved, that some of your people are not involved in this drug thing, why are you delaying to tell us who took the drug to the airport?
In 1 minute, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So people are saying we're yet to investigate and we're going to bring the people who are responsible to book. But we're saying the suspects. And when a person is named a suspect, it doesn't mean that person did exactly what that person is suspected of.
Good.
So you just show all the suspects, then you start the investigation.
Thank
so
you.
Clearly people in it.
Thank you. So the point is, look, let me say this to you. If you guys are not connected, why is it difficult? That airport got CCTV infrastructure. The system is there.
Mhm.
Certain part of that airport, when you reach there, you're in the camera. They get in the control room and see you.
Yeah.
And by the way, there are two girls controlling the control room. Don't ask me how I know.
We got it going on.
But
We got it going
how,
on,
how
people.
one person, a female, will be dealing with those boxes alone?
Oh, bro,
I see.
just wait.
No, I just.
By the way, the whole airport facility is mounted with cameras. I said they appointed men there now, but there are two girls. The last time I checked, that was not more than 1 week ago.
We're going to check again after a year.
That was no, but
No changes can happen anytime.
they dealing with Lutheran right now as we speak. In fact, we are getting unconfirmed reports that they are pressuring them to submit raw video evidence of all the things that have been happening around that time because somebody want to destroy
It needs
evidence.
to be filtered.
What they do not know is that our partners are attached to those clips. Mama point know what I'm talking about. The U.S. Embassy is aware of what I'm talking about. So I ain't going to go in details. And so that's why it is difficult. If you think a few top officials of this government, if you think few of them are not connected to the drug issue, why are you delaying who took it? Because the CCTV footages will show which vehicle delivered those ballot boxes. Black boxes, yellow top,
Tell you going draw water to the
and the gray protection tips protecting it.
But when somebody die, they can say the government will give you 3 days.
Yeah,
When they're not
if the ballot
finding by
for your government
72
body.
hours, you after investigation whatsoever, they turn it
I
back
know
over.
where you're going. So
The drugs spent 5 days, according to what I wrote.
Yeah.
What I read, rather.
Yeah.
5 days
Every
at
report
the
says that.
airport. They say Emmanuel Zion they won't receive it and put it in the warehouse. 5 days,
where is this boy's living, buddy?
and you say consigning this and that. Okay, the consignee got their office in Liberia.
Mm-hmm.
Grab the consignee.
We need to ask.
Who
this
contracted
question.
you? Who contracted you to ship their product? Oh, that the company in Liberia was shipping it for herself.
Mhm.
Let's see. Let us know who are the owners of the company.
And the records are there on the paper.
Yeah.
And by the way, forget people. The vehicle that took raw materials there, the vehicles will appear before the cameras.
Yeah.
There are plates. Even if the vehicles ain't got plates, there are ways the vehicles will be recognizable. We'll see them.
No, but the vehicle part, Oliver, that is second investigation because the paperwork is the first thing, and you can get it fast.
That's correct.
Oliver wanted to send a form.
Mhm.
He wrote on this. This is going to this.
So,
Yeah.
so
It's very simple.
that's the manifest.
You can trace that one.
That's the manifest right there. Those documents are available. The point is, who told Emmanuel Zion, the man who died in 2023, according to the report,
We're still digging deeper.
to go
okay?
pack the materials in the warehouse? This is a shame. We don't need to waste our time around the whole conversation because it is glaring. If the government is not hiding anything, they would have come out.
Mhm.
Sam Jackson, his wife, may also rest in peace,
Yeah, Gestapo.
passed off
Mm.
in less than 5 hours.
He had his home surrounded.
Gregory Oliver W. Como had Sam Jackson's residence surrounded. Thank you, Alexa, for that particular word.
Even though he was moving.
With heavy arms and ammunition.
The Haile Babe said Gestapo. You see?
Did the Sam Jackson family report to the police? No. They themselves wake up and say, based on our intel, this.
Yeah. Which was now a bad thing.
Good. Let Sam Jackson go prove it innocent.
Exactly.
I do not care.
So that same thing happening now.
Is there another same robber basement or so?
Yes.
Another woman was related to him when the woman going, the woman
They
died.
didn't use the same energy.
There was no Gestapo.
Exactly.
Like I said, no police presence around him. The police director knew about it. He did not carry a policeman to surround the place.
We didn't see
create
cameras
a scene.
around at all.
We're used to it. So, I mean,
So it is selective.
we're used to the
See?
selective justice.
Yeah.
Gregor Como himself is aware that he's running a selective police. That's not a conversation.
And it was giving people close who got intel that they had to share on
Thank-
the social media regarding robber basement's situation.
Good.
Yeah.
Now, so you look at the drug situation. What way it take these guys to review the cameras? What way it take them? The roof woman and the Emmanuel who they said died 2023 and this and that. These are people who are working there. Of course, they will just go and look at the log.
Yeah.
Who all work this so and so day? Who all kind of look at the log and say, Jim, yeah, 2 years, you going jail.
I hope they didn't choose that boy name on purpose because he was working there. Yeah, and later on they know that the man.
Or dead man, dead man.
So we need this. Look, everything the government will need to know who took the drug to the airport. They got it to that airport.
He said, "Mama, I talk it. That so why you there?
and,
That so why you there? I didn't want to the money."
and one more thing, Oliver, right? So someone has a theory, and this person says maybe, just maybe, the person who had delivered that for it to be shipped or for it to be taken to the next country is not here in the country. The person already left and they left that behind, to arrive after them. If that is a theory that we might consider, as Jerome talked about the paperwork, it could still be traced.
Yeah.
And you could still get back to the originator or the original owner of these packages. So all the professional people, these, experience and
Alexa,
it doesn't make sense to me.
those rubber buckets did not disappear from heaven, pass through the airport terminal, and appear in the airport warehouse.
That's
Nobody
so
told the
hilarious.
buckets from their heads in Monrovia to anywhere, from any warehouse to the airport.
It just appear. Whoop.
They were taken in a vehicle.
Yeah,
Whether that motorbike, which I don't believe,
that
but
kind of
if
thing.
a vehicle took it. And those boxes, two ways. Assuming the boxes were taken via the departure terminal. So the same way we can be doing our suitcases and passing it to that main
Yeah.
entry, the CCTV will know who they brought it
Exactly.
when they were unloading it, to pass it through the departure terminal and to take it through the way base station and
That
everything.
one ain't even high.
If the boxes did not go through the original departure terminal, if they gave the boxes VIP treatment,
It wasn't.
the VIP treatment can pass through the VIP
Oh,
lounge,
that's right, yeah.
and if an official vehicle can take the product,
You carry
put it there
it.
and carry it straight on the tarmac. The tarmac, play what the airplane and pack the quota and carry it there. If that what happened, the VIP terminal got more cameras more than the other places.
But he said VIP.
So the
obviously-
point is, the government is not suffering for evidence. The government is aware of who did what.
the thing is
And
that
Oliver point there.
they're-
Oliver is
yeah.
saying, stop playing all of these games.
No,
You know
you know who brought the goods.
exactly who
You
are.
know who assists in the international drug laws
and they're in control of the airport.
to make
So you have
Liberia
all these.
a drug hub. You know who liaising with the international people to turn Liberia into a drug trafficking nation.
But that consignment is huge. It places the.
And by the way, Verity News also reported that the same people that who they said were about to export their $19 million worth of drug a couple of weeks ago also shipped 100 kilos
Yeah,
of the same cocaine.
about 8 million.
The same man who the consignor on the manifest, the paper you're talking about.
Mhm.
Verity News have uncovered that weeks ago, the same man they shipped 100 kilograms of cocaine. So it is not the first time they are making Liberia a transit point for drugs, which is detrimental to your passport, to my passport, to all of our passport.
Coming to Mexico now.
Do you know why plane can just leave from Liberia and go to America?
These are some of the things.
Oh, yes, no straight flight. No
Yeah,
matter
so
how
like-
strong you are, the American will tell you don't go to Morocco because at least they trust Morocco airport.
You go to Brazil.
And you know that Morocco airport will be able to,
Where from?
it will be able to look at you and check the trust Kotoka airport. It will be able to look at you. You can go Addis from Ethiopia. It will, you can go to Dubai. You can go to Brussels. Accra, Ghana. Delta can come from straight New York.
Oh yeah.
The American airline Delta, they can come from straight New York. Kotoka. They changed the airport name now to something else.
Yeah, United can even go there as well.
So we were not even on the list of acceptance. Then these things are happening.
So we were being rerouted before entering America and other big countries. Then you turn in Liberia into a hub for drug trafficking. And the government is reneging. The American embassy waited after 4 days to acknowledge that DEA arrested drugs.
D is supposed to know what
That was
means.
a diplomatic note to you
We're paying attention. We're
that we are
looking.
following.
We're looking.
In other words, the
Yeah.
yama yama you're doing, we're looking at you.
They have a song.
Yama yama, think so, yama yama.
That was not just acknowledging the drug stuff, the arrest. It was about telling you that nonsense you're doing, where thing you're playing for here, we know everything, we monitor it.
We have a keen eye.
Our eyes are on it. Why do you want to sacrifice the happiness of a few group of individuals over the country.
Mm.
Last week we told you guys, if President Baka is connected to your name, he's not bigger than the Republic of Liberia.
If his son,
If his daughter is involved, she's not bigger than Liberia. Like Jerome said, if his son, whether Joe Baka Jr., whether Tanta Baka, if he's involved, he's not bigger than the country. If a VP Kun, he's not bigger than the country. And her beautiful daughters or all the other beginner when you get around him, if they're the ones, they're not bigger than the country. If a Rachel Kun, he's not bigger than the country. If a Jew Mandela Copper, she's not bigger than the country. If that one minister, he's not bigger. One assistant minister, one deputy minister, if that ambassador, whoever that person is, if that sweeper to MCC, he or she, it's not bigger than the republic.
No one is bigger than the
No one is bigger than the country. Nobody.
No one.
You can be rich, your stomach can be big, the top from, your head swallow, like whatever. Anything you want to do, you are not bigger than our country. Why are you allowing a few group of individuals to keep Liberia on the red line? Do you know that if this thing will continue to linger till 2 weeks, it is going to show to the world that we are not a prepared country.
And we're still on it.
We're not a prepared country. The accomplices in this country by now to be in jail. We're talking about airport securities who are doing their job, who blew the alarm. In fact, some of the people we are told that you guys are holding in custody the 6 individual. We are told some of them are the first who said the drugs here.
yeah,
The first you are holding in custody are some of them who said, Uncle, that box there, we trust it. You go check it.
yeah.
And so why are you disgracing the country? Are you guys not ashamed? Are you not ashamed that you are embarrassing those who campaign and suffer to make you the ruling party? We're going to go to the line very shortly. Like I told you. And that's why I sat in almost all of our classes together in our senior classes at the university. I'm ashamed to say, bulk of the teachers, bulk of the lecturers who came to our classes, they will always tailor their lectures in the way that it will present the CDC government as the most diabolical.
Been through a lot. But yeah.
And Jerome, the day I in class, that the day the insurance thing start talking.
No, seriously.
By the time the man know I in class, they will deliberately look at me and look at the other nonsense when someone try to go to the other day. But me, I will talk. I go to school now. I got my 2-hour radio program here. I will go argue with a teacher in class, so he will send me NG, no grade or incomplete. I'll be running after you. So because sometimes I just put my earpiece in my ear and listening.
It was a serious fight.
After class, I do my stuff. But that's what some of all went through. And I know those who supported the WIA administration at the time and went to those different universities, they know what I'm saying.
It was really stressful.
Instructors were deliberately deciding to shift their topics in a way that it would suit the opposition at the time to create the impression that the WIA administration were doing it bad. I mean, I'm here sitting, Alexa, Jerome, and thinking how those instructors are now feeling. Most of them are disappointed.
No, they're shameless. I can tell you that. There are people who are very shameless. They wouldn't admit.
Yes, they wouldn't admit, but there is something called conscience.
Yeah.
Deep down, they know that I may be more before about the government. I blasted people in my community about the government. So
in my class,
yeah,
I said some
things,
Yeah.
while lecturing.
Yeah.
As pastor, I went on the pulpit. I said some things in the form of preaching to my congregation that I did not, have to do just because I wanted to, face the sermon in a way that it would suit Joe Barker and whatever. So there's some of them, they may not be brave enough to go back to the congregation and say, look, that thing we were talking about, we disappointed.
They can't.
So when our teachers will now go back to the classes and say, look, during lesson time I said something before, but they will not be brave enough to admit in public. But internally, internally they are feeling so horrible.
Their inner circle, they be having these different discussions
And Some of the people are in the buses right now as they're going home, like in the taxi.
Yeah.
Some of them may plow with people in their neighborhood, in their yard. Oh, yeah, move here, man. We are bringing jobs in the country whole day. Some of the people now they're both shot in the taxi.
But don't
Don't be
pass
surprised
away.
in the KK right now as we're speaking. Somebody in the KK just say, "Kill, I mean you talking to," but they will not be brave to say it
To
out.
say, yeah.
So the KK rider can be plow with them. So their seat, mate can vote them. But that's the kind of nonsense the government put in the citizens through, especially those who supported the administration. You're making people shame. People have no business voting for you. So many people have no personal issue with the CDC or Mr. Weir. So many people listen to you. They listen to your lies. They listen to your promise. Your over promise you were promising that there will be no drugs, there will be no this, there will be no that, there will be no this, there will be no that. They listen to those things. They made you president. They made you the government in charge. And the seeing drugs thing happening is disgraceful.
And it's even worse.
It's disgraceful. So many people go home, they shed tears. Not everybody who voted for the government want job. No, I'm going to say this.
They just
Oh,
wanted
yeah,
to-
of course.
Some people wanted to prove a point.
Thank you.
Like you said,
Yeah, so
Professor.
this is
And
man
the
who got-
CC today say, I'm beginning I need to tell you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I need to tell
So
you.
they and I meet in areas.
Yeah.
My head is up higher because I said, look, I told you you're not going to do
Yeah.
anything
But
different.
you continue to stand for.
I can understand
for what you believe
for
in,
what I
yeah.
believe
Yeah.
in. But some of those instructors, they look at me now, their faces are
And to even apologize, they're not going to apologize.
because
They're paying their
yeah,
money.
because it's embarrassing
Yeah.
for a man to submit to a
Yeah.
fellow man like that. It's difficult.
Especially Professor
and that's how the-
admitting to
How
a
the government
student.
can do it? No,
People said it need time.
there are some neighborhoods. There's some neighborhoods, my brother. There's some neighborhoods. You see people in the community, they make plan with their neighbors.
Yeah.
Who especially now because rain falling at LEC better. If you done where the current was nonsense. Oh yeah, some neighbors, people making plan with a friend. Now you see everybody knocking the how they call it the rubber fan. Everybody here knocking the pop, knocking mosquito outside.
I got one from my
You
school.
know what happened?
The whole family selling outside.
I see something playing somewhere.
Uh-huh.
The government looking at that thing. Like you said, winning season account. So, drug that they used to be praising,
Yeah.
they're going behind the base.
Yeah.
And see that action.
Yeah. So the point. Look, here is it. We know you guys say, oh, we're this and that, but at this level, it is about those who voted for you.
Yeah.
I feel for those people. You are putting them through a lot of psychological trauma. Look, a bad thing when you support somebody and the person messing up. You know how the government treating the people who supported them? Like how Lone Star can treat us on to SKD.
Imagine the first time I ever watched Lucy, I was
You now buy your jersey.
Them play,
Yeah.
You finish buying your
I
jersey.
was disgracefully
You finish buying your
disgraced.
jersey, then you buy a ticket, then you buy a leg, so drink sandwich.
South Africa.
Then you
flop
sitting
all
down,
that
you on the feed now, you waiting.
Yeah, for result.
You
You
go
know,
sit down. If every 30 minutes, I won't go beyond
You
Lone
see
Star.
a
Every
free
30
game photos and all.
and you sit down at the end of
Yeah,
the day,
well.
I mean, the people who you supporting, they let you down.
And look at the people who can beat Lusa.
That's how. That's how you are. That's how you are treating those who
Yeah.
voted for you.
Yeah, fair.
Don't think about me. Okay, I didn't support the government. So my opinion on whether you fail or not, whatever it wouldn't be exonerating me. It wouldn't
Yeah.
be proving a point that I said it. I knew. But think about those who didn't have any reason to vote against President Weir.
Yeah.
There's some people who didn't have any reason to vote against him.
Mhm.
And like I said, Johnsonville, that place, the road used to be like Grand General Road.
People had land and
People
they never
have-
used
they
to
never used to
go
People
there.
have properties in Johnsonville.
Never used to go there.
Some of them managed to build their structures.
Yeah.
They could not go there because the road was terrible.
Yeah.
President Weir took Kota Road,
Yeah.
took Energy, Corin,
Mhm.
to other places.
And
Some
you
people
voted.
had no reason to vote against President Weir.
Yeah.
They voted against him. The men who made them to move to their houses. Some of them made their houses that they couldn't move there.
Yeah.
They were renting in town.
Mhm.
But decided to live there because he took road, he took Corin there.
Yeah.
They voted against him. Not because he didn't impact them directly in their community.
And the land price increased.
Thank you. But they voted against it because Mo, who is bereaved now, Colonel Cry,
Condolences to you.
condolences to you, Mo, told them, say, hey, you know what? They may not bring in drugs. When I put them behind drugs, will be plenty.
Yeah.
So some of them sitting back now and say, but the man, so that because of the drugs, what they bring here now, that what making I voted against the man who brought the road to my property,
Mhm.
the man who paved the road to my property, the man who gave me curry in my area, the man who make it all material who graduated from UL, Why your president did not pay single tuition?
What?
The men who made material were taking the wives. They didn't do this. The men who made material to start going to the park, transform the place where summer can do okay, the kids go into
You talk about the park.
into a recreational facility. And so I mean we have to run up.
I just say thank you. Just say thank you.
The men who took quota to Lofa, the man who paved the road from Ganta to San Nicolas, all Lanco, they didn't choose to pave that road.
Yeah.
The man who did the pavement of the road from San Nicolas to look at Buddha, the people using the Empire and early the Brain War. All the other things in the man who did it.
International
The airport highway, the BRB terminal there, the 14 military hospital, the people in Bob, all of the different, the man who did that. We voted against him because you're saying you're bringing drugs. And you're kind of the country that arrested drugs over 2 weeks now. You're not able to tell who brought the drugs.
Spiritual.
That's terrible. Let's go to the lines. Let's go to the lines. We're just sorry today we're not taking more calls. But I had a country look. Let's go to the lines. Let's go to the lines. 086 500 104 077 104 104 are the numbers to join the conversation. Just 10 calls, then we call it a day. But that's how terrible. That's how terrible. Let's talk to the first person quickly. No time. Go ahead, man.
You're taking.
Thank you, man, Bessie. Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Let's talk to the person. Hello, how are you?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I want to do to understand, one of their supporters put on their page that they want to know the names of the people. So I said, stop pretending. He started insulting me. I said, no, you can't insult me because you are not even close to authority during we are administration. I knew who brought drugs in the country. And the time you fight for authority, that time you don't also stop playing fun out of people.
Yeah.
You started insulting me.
Yeah. They is asking DEA to call the names of this and that.
They don't know that.
He sent it out that he come out. He asking DEA to call, but when government he go, I rather wake up and say that don't bringing drugs.
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you. We'll leave you right there. Let's talk to the other person quickly. 1 minute. Okay, let's leave him right there. Oh, how are you?
How are you?
Hey, please leave me already. No time. Go ahead, Michael. Let's see. Okay, thank you very much. Hope my brother get better. Listen, man, CC, let's hear you.
Okay. Thank you for the show. You're not you say, oh, I'm going to take
Go ahead. That's why you're calling. Go ahead.
Carry your push. They are hearing that. They are telling all that. Our farmer are taking thinking about it. You tell our brother to import drugs, and we say the rubber oh, we are saying, you are calling names around here. The accusing we are on lucky time now, they're in a pumping level to be places. So there you are following the west. And you tell them again, you care for investigation? No. How would the man will be made of government to answer?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. We are told tomorrow will be a protest at the embassy. People are demanding for the government to disclose the names. This person, go ahead. 1 minute. Go ahead. No time.
You can put it put down that shit. The why they want to put it you are getting familiar with what's happening there so the way you are for the rule of people is familiar with it so they can forget what all around for financial to see what you want to brush it, they can't forget right around. Why? But I had it put in the whole thing I forgot to do your answer for evidence. Yata you work. You're not going to work.
Okay, we leave it right there. We do not have that evidence. Let's talk to the person. Hello, how are you? 1 minute.
Really? How are you?
We are great, Chief. Let's hear you, sir. Quickly, no time.
Yeah, this is one of the tell the more the movement.
Go ahead.
You know, this girl is for me, that's still body just.
That's still body just?
Yeah, guys, let me say this, the thing that we are in party today, you know, why you were seeing on the radio on the time saying that somebody in the party that saying you're looking at now, or somebody doing good, you're still looking, you know, better. Because what they were expecting, all the people in me, today somebody is sitting in the community, they are not in it. They are, you know, see on the Facebook, how they put in the community, they get to everything. You bring the calamity on the south. Yesterday, you said, President, we are being good here. And then they not yet no longer. When you say somebody can say, oh, that we have to bring the trustee. Let me say this. Young men with us in young age, they do not bring the trust under the administration. They learning their early age. That one continue to go with there. So thank you very much for the opportunity.
We'll leave you right there. Get out. Let's talk to the other person quickly. Hello, how are you? Hello? Okay, we missed out on the person. Let's take 5 more quickly, then we go home to return on tomorrow for another fascinating edition. This person, go ahead. 1 minute.
Thank you, Kyle. Let me say hello to Sir Jerome.
Go ahead, Chief.
Official spokesperson for the Liberation Movement. And let me say thanks to Osei Eleza. She spoke well for the Liberation today.
William Wu.
Kudos to you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, very good. William Wu. Eleza, thank you also with my sister. You said it all. You didn't party people, they are ashamed. And it's a disgrace time. The disgrace has started. I think we'll go along with them. I got in 2029. And you can preach, I got things when you come to power, the same thing you're preaching and why all your shoes. All that things say we know time, we know be there. Even for the lawmaker whatsoever, we're not waiting for the appointed time. You know, all of us got intel. But it's not correct to run a country today for the because of old men. They didn't tell you half of anything like that. You can't be an old man to lead a country to the power. Then you disappointed them. Do anything to them is wrong.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, William W. Wu, Civil Rights Movement. Let's leave you right there and talk to this person. Hello, how are you? How are you doing? Quickly.
Yeah, how are you? Okay. And how are you to Atlanta?
Go ahead, sir. We do.
I say, I don't know to the people of the this is something that I want to do from former president and former president.
Go ahead.
Okay. We try to ask the women that were protesting during the past meeting. Our children are dying. Where they are? We asking the religious community. Today, we don't hear the religious community president who are focused on the past issue about all those things. All of them, they are here. And then we're getting drugs from Liberia. Now we are importing drugs. We are taking drugs from Liberia to the Western world. You know what I mean? It's a dangerous thing because the fact Liberia, we don't know where we have it to. Now the same drugs that they use to say, oh, our former president was bringing drugs in the country, of which today they put the government out, our former government out. Today we are hearing that people are bringing drugs in the country, they're using manufacturing drugs in Liberia. And the first time they eat those drugs, people are drinking. But some of them, they will not get out because the same person has said, what if I've got one person in?
Thank you very much. We leave you right there. We leave you. Let's go and talk to the last 2. Then we call it a day. We have to go home. This person, go ahead. No time. Let's hear you quickly.
I'm Rahul Makoya from 16th Street. I'm calling from Chisman Avenue, Smart University College.
Go ahead, Robert.
Okay, you know what happened here? our public went all around from country to country. So the only area we ever invest is the drugs. I need to get money because the reason why EU will become one of the exporter of drugs. So that the only area we ever get money. So we shouldn't be crying that the kind of government wanted, that the kind of president wanted. After the man finish looting all the money, using all the money, buying plane from country to country where nothing coming back. So what they tend to do? They tend to drop. So we bought a drug so they can get money from all that. The reason why we exporting the production we like. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. We leave you right there. Let's talk to the last two.
I brought empty here right now.
Let's talk to the last two and go this person. Hello, how you doing?
Yeah,
You are the second to the last caller. Quickly, let's go. Let's hear you. Then we'll go home.
yeah, thank you very much. You are calling from Johnson Victoria Foundation number 2 Motorado County.
Go ahead, quickly.
Yeah, let me appreciate you for your talking about the evening. Sometimes I listen to you go on your platform and you put your people against the United Party don't have shit.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, I leave you right there. Sorry. Did I say you know the boy ain't got shit fit? Did we say that here? No, we did not. We'll leave you right there. Let's talk to the last person. Hello, you're the last caller.
Thank you very much. And thank you for a lot.
You're the last caller. Quickly, now no time. We gotta go home.
Okay, I'll speak to you, my man. Along with my big brother Jerry. Okay.
Poker, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. This poker to Robert, and I told you this even for our no destination. Okay, the level of ignorance, the English be small for you be even be the ignorant. And what the comment is doing? The comment is behaving like a even little elementary child that will let those funny them from all are sophisticated, understandable. Then we look at them, we'll follow about them. Just 2 days ago, you were.
Oh my God, Poker, Robert. Poker, you gotta end todo. Poker, please, come back. Poker.
Yes, I am bring it to us. They say we talk. After we remember when you get thinking, when you get brain. I'm going to tell you, anything will go your way. Trust me, there's nothing your job. It's our brother and sister in the ghetto. It's our brother store. He's in the trade. Not for that children. So was there.
Will you be part of those who go into the embassy tomorrow? Okay, we lost Poker on that call. But we got to go home. There is this social media advertisement ongoing where they said President William got some kind of ad on Facebook where they say, oh, when you play using and President William is talking. That was AI generated. It is not the former president voice. Don't fall for it. Don't go click on it. You go pay money, they eat your money. You say, oh, President William say I'm gonna win. President William is not playing any gamble on Facebook with people to say, oh, click the link and you're not playing gamble with anybody on Facebook. So if you are on Facebook and you see the ad coming where the photo there, they're making him to be talking, say, oh, pay your money there, Papa. Hey, don't click on it. It's not him. Anything President William is doing, he will officially communicate it through his office, and everybody would know. You go put your money there, it'll took you, that's your business. You know, I mean, we just thought to make that clarity because when we saw it, we reached out to his office, and the folks were able to clarify that it has nothing to do with it, and that's what we are saying it to you, all of you. Alexa, we got to go home.
Okay, so we're going to be back here on tomorrow, but just before we leave, I would just like to say this. I am not going to dictate to Liberians what to say, what to say. I'm not going to dictate to Liberians who to point fingers to and who not to. That means I'll be unfair to them. So do not say, oh, the people in pointing fingers to maybe the president office or the president office. Yesterday, the worst was done. And today, I think it is like a reverse of what happened yesterday. It doesn't mean that is our policy here. But they can say whatever they say. That is basically their view. So, yeah.
We got to go, Jerome. We're out of time.
Good night to everyone. We'll be here tomorrow.
Until we return tomorrow, have yourself a wonderful time. God bless you. Bye-bye.